What's more important than the 10 laws of success that make the 10 laws of success that are here possible? The first 5 of those laws, of course, are what Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about in his video, which is linked here. And my other 5, which kind of round it out for the learning process and mastery. So, what is it? Just think about it. And I'm Jason for StudentSuccessTutor.com. What is it that's a prerequisite to success? Because without it, it won't happen. It's a bit like your body. Without breathing, you won't happen. You need oxygen for your brain to work, right? So what is it that's totally required for you to succeed? There's 2 of them. So these are law 0, and I'm pulling them together. The first one is self-honesty. This is a dynamic process that changes as you do. You have to be willing to be self-honest. What's my situation here? How am I feeling? Am I checking in? Am I feeling motivated? Am I willing to get myself motivated? Am I willing to give this a go? Be self-honest. We actually know when we're lying to ourselves. We really do. Do you want to see it is the question. So, self-honesty. Am I self-honest? And I'm going to explain this more. When you move into something, or when you start choosing to do better in life, you have to figure out where am I at with everything? And you have to choose to want to see it. So as you go deeper into the layers of your motivation, how you're feeling, into the state awareness, the learning state, it gets deeper as you practice, right? So as you do these things more, you get more nuanced or defined or clear on the little fine details of how all these things operate. This applies to your capacity to be truly honest with yourself and actually see what's going on. Most of you is unconscious, right? Look at the unconscious mind page. So changing your unconscious, being aware of what's going on in your unconscious is a process. So self-honesty is, am I being self-honest right at this point in time? I like to use the tricky concept of percentages. What percentage of being self-honest am I? And you can feel if you're cheating, eh? Again, do you want to see it? So, but as you get better at it, it grows. And you are more self-honest, you are more self-perceptive, you are able to feel what's going on inside of you. It's like the emotional intelligence page where I talk about what's the message of an emotion. Emotions aren't bad. Anger, sadness, fear, guilt, anxiety, excitement, emotions have a message for you. They're not bad as such. It's just when you ignore them, suppress them, don't get the message, then it makes trouble for you. And it stores in the body as stress, hence learning to be in the learning state where they can be, you can get the message and they move on. So, self-honesty, super critical. If you want to get to somewhere, you got to know where there is, and then you got to know how to get there. Whose responsibility is that? Well, that's the second core requisite, is you. But you need to be honest about, well, do I have this skill set? If I want a gold medal at the Olympics, am I world class? Am I national class, as in, am I at the national best for my country to get to the Olympics to win the gold over all the other countries? You have to be self-honest, and then you'll probably have coaches and other people telling you if you are or not. So I'm talking about internal referencing, internal feedback, because it always starts with you, or you won't even start to do it. So, self-honesty, be self-honest. Anything here in this website is based on the prerequisite i.e. am I breathing importance level type stuff? Am I self-honest about what I'm doing here? If you want to lie to yourself, then all of this is pointless. Pointless. But self-honesty is something that grows with time as you get used to it, as you feel into it. It's no different to learning tennis. When you start learning tennis, you're useless. You can't even get the ball in the court, let alone all the cool stuff that the pros do. Okay, you have to learn this. It's a skill you consciously master, and you're either good at it or you're not in some respects compared to how you were brought up and your DNA and all that sort of stuff. But all of this is learnable. Am I self-honest? So then you can answer the questions, you can watch the videos and do the things I talk about here on this website and reference that to your self-honesty. Without it, you're lying to yourself. And there's only one person that misses out on that. You. And that's where the services here fit in. Try the different things, try all the different videos where I talk about the different settings for the learning state. Are you doing it? Are you trying it? Yes or no? How much effort do you put into it? Yes or no, and what's the percentage? Keeping in mind law 6, which is balance, of course. You can only do so much. Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger and you're just totally driven. But with this material that's in here, it is mathematical, and self-honesty is a multiplier, 0 to 100%. Right? If you're not self-honest, you're never going to get anywhere. You certainly won't be happy. You will not be self-honest enough to look to see that you are not happy, therefore you're not going to move in a direction that's going to make you happy. Happy is the learning state. It's your base character of your unconscious mind before it gets cluttered up with garbage. Garbage being defined as stuck emotions and the programming that's inherently in the fight-flight response type thing. And this all ties into neuroscience, the neurology, the brainstem, the amygdala, and all these things. These things can be undone when you know how and you work at it. So with your self-honesty, it means you can move to the place of mastery, Law 10, where you live in the learning state, non-stop. For the keen people, that's possible. There's maths behind this. I've been teaching the maths of this in different areas for a few years now. I don't think science has caught up with me, but there you go. I'm a bit of a trailblazer with everything I do. So that's there if you want it. If you want to live in that place of being happy, connected, hence all the animal videos, the bird videos, you have to be connected to do that stuff. With your self-honesty, you can grow it, and it keeps getting better, more and more amazing. Okay? Self-honesty. Am I self-honest? How much? Choose to be aware. Put it in your success journal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go see the success journal page. Your success journal is your external way of reflecting on everything that's in this website, so you can move forward to where you want to go. That's how you do it by yourself, success journal, and that works with the prime directives of the unconscious mind, so you can live in this place of what I call the learning state, which is left, right hemispheres of your brain turned on, your neurology, all of your body turned on, fully resourceful, able to deal with life in a way that you feel good. Even when you don't feel good, you can still feel good. That happens when you're getting close to the mastery phase. Okay, I feel good even when I've got really ugly stuff going on. I'm still peaceful when really ugly stuff's going on. Doesn't mean I like the ugly stuff. Doesn't mean I like, if you see my hands from when I was doing the cockatoo videos, doesn't mean I enjoyed the pain. I counted them. 147 holes in my hands. There's another 57 down on my ankles from when they were biting me on the floor, on the grass. Okay. But it was an amazing experience, and it's made some amazing videos. So, you can have all of this if you're self-honest. It's a tricky concept. It grows and it changes. We will examine this in the tutoring. So, prerequisite. Even before the laws of success, they can't happen unless you're self-honest. So I'm Jason for studentsuccesstutor.com. Please make contact if you have any questions. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about the other core requisite, and that'll be tagged on the follow-on link, which is called self-responsibility.